A big moment indeed. On the actual 12th of July 2022, you are going to have a situation which is going to come into your life where you are going to find quite beneficial in so many different ways, especially when it comes to getting a different picture. You need to get this different picture. In fact, the whole month of July, it's going to be all about you being able to really process this news that you're going to come across, process this information that you're going to come across on such a powerful and rather elevated level at that moment in time. And this is nothing unusual because it's happening in July, and July it's a pretty much so rather sacred month when we can expect quite a lot of signs, when we can expect much deeper understanding, when we can expect much deeper understand with our spirituality and ultimately with ourselves. So this is why this moment on the 12th of July is going to be different. So it's about the information that you're going to get, that you're going to process on a much different level. This information is going to open your eyes, but it's at the same time going to help you to get a big, to get a kind of like bigger different picture. And that once that moment happens, just pay attention to what is going to be on your mind in between the 12th and the actual 19th of July 2022, because this in between the 12th and the 19th of July 2022, it is all going to be about a little bit of pause and delay that you are naturally going to feel, but then that in that moment in time it's the best to actually wait. And that wait, it's also going to help you to actually change your mind for the better, and understand that no matter what's happening in this moment in your life, you need to stay on the path that you are on. This path, it's important, this path is significant, but at the same time it's also an absolutely mind-blowing part of you, and that in itself is going to bring you a balance into your life. But most importantly, it's going to help you to kind of see the clear direction. The clear direction is going to come out of it, and especially when it comes to the last 7 days of July, you will see exactly what I mean. So it's about the clear direction, but at the same time it's about the intention that you're going to be able to feel, but also the decision that you're going to be the actual decision that you are going to make is the right decision. Okay, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Sagittarini. It's for you, my gorgeous Sagittarius, and it's for July 2022. So this monthly horoscope tarot card focus is for you, my gorgeous Sagittarini, and it's for July 2022. When it comes to the actual numerology, your number is number 109. This is a powerful number yet again, and it's indicating the really kind of unusual turnaround that you are going to have, that you're going to become aware of at the moment when you actually least expect this. And this is why you're going to respond to this differently, and this is why the 12th of July it's so important, because it's all about you responding very kind of much so differently to the situation that you will respond in a completely different way. But this is all going to come from you being completely spontaneous, and when we are spontaneous, we just like really kind of respond with the power of our subconscious mind, and we do very often like a different thing to what we would normally do when we are like on a conscious level. So this in itself, it's an important moment, but it's also a clear sign of your spiritual growth. And it means that also on another hand, you are going to have a quite significant opportunity, and that opportunity is to do with things that are on your mind persistently. Okay, so at the same time you do need to pay attention to signs. At the same time you need to pay attention to how you feel and how do you respond on the situations in your life, on everyday things. How do you respond, because you are going to notice throughout the month of July you changing your response. you know, and this is going to be positive, and this is also going to be the sign of a clear spiritual growth. So it all happens when you're reaching the end of the journey. Whenever you reach the end of the journey, there is the beginning of there is the start of the new journey as well. And your journey is going to start, the start of your journey, it's going to be by the end of the July, with the actual remarkable, mind-blowing idea, the brand new idea I'm talking about here, but I'll tell you about that a bit later on. So also, you know, I need to let you know that there is a lot going to be going on throughout this month. A lot is going to be going on, you know, and I can tell you that there are going to be quite a few different opportunities, but only one opportunity is going to be the right opportunity for you. So this is what you need to remember, okay? Because there is going to be a quite unexpected event that you are going to have. A couple of three unexpected events. Unexpected event is, first unexpected event is going to be on the 8th of July. The second unexpected event is going to be on the 18th of July. And the third unexpected event is going to be on the 28th of July. These three unexpected events are so important for you to see and understand that this is all part of the quite significant recovery that you are actually going through. But at the same time, you know, these events that are actually going to take place, you know, these three different days, you know, a lot is going to be happening on these 3 different days. But pay attention to the idea. It's not about, oh my God, too much happening, happening around you, too much going on, you know. No, baby, no. It's about the idea. These 3 days are going to be completely different, but it's one particular thing these 3 days are going to be sharing. Okay, so this is on you to work out, and most importantly, you are very easily going to be able to work this out. So it's all about this idea that you're actually going to have. So if you kind of start thinking, like if you're kind of going through this vibration, well, oh my God, so much is going on, I can't do this, I can't do that. No, baby, no. It is also your power of like kind of doing quite a lot. The more you take on, the more you kind of going to be able to kind of achieve actually, but also you're going to find out something quite special and significant about yourself. The more things you take on, the more things you do at the same time, the more you are going to progress, the more successful you are going to be. And even if you get to the point when you are completely like kind of torturing yourself, that's exactly what you need to do, because it's about the final little push that you are going to have by the end of July. There is a final little push that you are going to have, and once you reach that push, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it is like, oh my God, something really wonderful is going to happen to you, especially when it comes to the actual October 2022. October and November 2022 are gonna be quite significant and rather successful for you already, and purely because what is actually going to be happening this week, this month of July, okay, 2022. So it's all about, you know, you're gonna feel very active and very determined, you know, and this is to do with your own experience, and this is also your activity and determination is going to be felt on a quite important and powerful level, especially on the 11th of July and at around the 11th of July, and then again on the 21st of July and at around the 21st of July. Pay attention to the activity, pay attention that you are going to feel, pay attention to the determination, and this is to do with your own experience, but it's also to do with things that you are quite proficient when it comes to your own like you know, field, whatever you're kind of focusing on, whatever you're doing. There is a very interesting idea that you're actually going to have. This idea is going to bring you a remarkable accomplishment, but then again, it's also to do a lot with the confidence in order to really be honest with yourself at this moment in your time, and just give as much as time to yourself as you possibly can, because it's to do with the learning, and not only like, not like huge learning, but it's to do with like kind of like a really kind of finding out a little bit more. You need to find out a little bit more. You need to find out a little bit more. You need to find out a little bit more in order to know exactly which part of your life it's requiring more and more and more of your energy. Something very specific and something very particular in your life requires more energy from you, so much. And that in itself, it's also going to be evident at around the 27th of July as well. Trust me. So it's all about you being loyal to yourself, but also understanding understanding that there is something very specific that you need to work on and put more towards it and more towards it and more towards it, you know. And that in itself, it's not only kind of going to put you on the path where you should be, but that in itself is going to be so important, especially when it comes to the actual new project. The new project is going to come out of it just a few days later, after you kind of like really realize what part of your life specifically you need to put more energy towards. Something very specific, but it's to do with a specific goal. Okay, it's to do with a specific goal. And once you kind of establish what this is, once you're able to tell what this is, you know, within the next like few hours, within the next few days, you know, the whole new project and whole new venture, it's actually going to come out of it. And this is needed. The whole new project and the whole new venture, it's to do with your skill. Okay, you know exactly what this is, and if you don't, you will most importantly know this by the time you get to the last part of July, because it's to do with things that you're doing, that you're focusing, that you're working on. So it's all about you realizing that a few hours after that, the natural next stage is going to be, you know, like it's this new project that it's going to come out of it. It's a new venture, but it's to do with the skill, you know, and also it's needed in order to make a dream real. Just remember. And then there is going to be quite interesting message that you're going to get information about your own finances, and that couldn't have happened at a better time, because this message is going to be very promising. This message is going to be really good, and it's going to make you feel really good about yourself, and that you needed this. That is only going to boost your confidence, you know, at this moment in time. You know, sometimes, you know, we just need to remind ourselves to have actually courage, you know, to like kind of start a certain project. And sometimes it can be really, really scary. But if we don't kind of like have enough courage, then we are only kind of slowing ourselves down. You know, the nature loves courage. Our spirit journey needs our courage, you know. And even when sometimes things seem to be like, oh my God, it's risky and this and that. No, baby, no. The nature loves courage. The spirit loves courage. Your soul benefits from courage so much. Okay, so just remember this, because I know that you are going to be taking like so many kind of like different things into consideration, but you must not let this to take the better of you. Stay centered, stay grounded. There is a lot that you're going to be able to hear from the outside. There is a lot that you're going to hear, that you're going to become aware on the outside. And I know that this is going to affect you, but it's nothing to do with your life in general. But you have to stay true to yourself, and you have to make sure that you're focusing on yourself. I'm not saying that you're not focusing on yourself, but when you do become aware of a very strange things on the outside, and you are going to, just make sure you stay centered and make sure you use that into your own advantage by just using even that information in order to better yourself in such a way where you can kind of like really use that and just focus on your own journey specifically, because there is no point to waste your energy on things around you that haven't got much to do with your own life, but it's almost impossible not to notice them. So this is what you need to remember. But then on another hand, you are gonna have to, you know, at around the time when you become aware of this new project and venture, you know, I really like this, you know, your intuitive awareness, it's gonna be very kind of enhanced, and you need to trust your inner voice here no matter what, you know, because you are gonna have a very interesting contemplation. And when you kind of start thinking about the contemplation as well at around the 24th of July, the certain mystery, it's gonna come to the surface, something really mysterious you're going to become aware of, but you're not gonna be able to ignore this whatsoever. This mysterious thing that you're going to become aware of, it's going to mark the end of the situation that is going to bring such a nice relief into your life, you know. And that at that moment in time, you're going to become aware of the kind of like a really nice part of your life, which is going to be the whole new stage when it comes to your own happiness. On one hand, this is going to kind of lift so much weight off your shoulder, but then on another hand, you know, it is going to really kind of mark the end of like like some kind of a very negative attachment, which is always a brilliant thing, and it's a healthy sign that your spirit is evolving. And this is almost after that moment in time, within the 7 days, my gorgeous Sagittarini. It's all about you kind of doing what you love. The next 3 months are going to be so big, going to be so important. It's not only about July, but it's, you see what is actually going to take place. This is all going to evolve in you, like doing what you love. And especially the next 3 months are going to be like hello my darling big mama, I feel vavavumish baby. The next 3 months are going to be really important and really big, especially when it comes to you staying on this path, doing exactly what you love. Please remember this. And when you're doing what you love, also pay attention to, are you entirely happy with yourself? Are you entirely happy with your life? Because there is something that is going to also kind of be clicking out, like when it comes to something very personal to you, maybe moving the place, maybe moving the area, maybe doing something in your immediate environment. There is something that you wanted to do for such a long time, and you should do it now at the time of changes. This is going to bring you the whole world of good. It's going to bring you a whole new balance, and it's going to bring like a really rather nice healing into your life as well. So it's all about doing what you love. And also, let me just tell you something, it's not only about doing what you love, and this is strictly for the actual month of July, from the beginning of July until the end of July. This is like some kind of, oh my god, like a test track for you. The more you do, karma is going to be like mind-blowing, very strong. The more you do things that you love throughout the month of July, more you're going to gain out of it. I'm not saying that this doesn't normally happen, but yet again, because this is the 7th month of the year, number 7, it's a very sacred number. So there is going to be an additional help that you're going to get from this. Whether you believe this or not, it's entirely up to you. If you don't believe it, in the spiritual help on our spiritual journey, it's your loss, I'm afraid. But if you believe in this, it's absolutely great, because it's only an added bonus. It's only an added benefit on our spiritual journey. This life is bizarre, it's strange, and it's unusual. I said this before, but there are very kind of dark and horrible elements, in this life, but there are also really remarkable elements in this life, life-changing elements in this life, only if we allow this. So it's all going to be amplified throughout the month of July. The more you do things that you love, the more you express yourself, more you're going to find out about yourself, and the more recognized you're going to be. This is the time to look for job if you want to look for job, because you will be recognized by the people that you want to be recognized. Indeed, if you want to ask for promotion, go for it. If you are retired and if you want to achieve something very special, now it's time to show yourself. Now it's time to prove yourself. Now it's time to do what you wanted to do for such a long time. And you know what? Even if it's like so horrible outside, even if it's like every sign, like, oh my god, not sign as in our signs, but even if everything seems so dark and horrible and negative, this is even better sign for you to stay centered and see how special you are. The more you do this, the more you're going to realize how different you are. And the more you realize how different you are, the more, again, powerful your unique spirit is going to be. So just remember, do what you love, because you're going to be recognized, for the highest quality of work indeed. Especially when it's coming to creative endeavors, indeed, And also, on another hand, there is something that is really going to happen this month, which is going to bring you and earn you an excellent reputation. So remember this as well, my gorgeous Sagittarini, indeed. It's all about victory, but also at the same time, very wise choice that you are going to make within the last couple of days this month. And this is going to help you to even more recognize your own success, because you're going to find this so rewarding. This is absolutely fantastic time yet again to trust your intuition, okay, and also just strictly like, oh my god, follow your heart, and follow your heart. When you follow your heart, you can't go wrong, because you're here to do what your spirit like wants you to do. You're here to do what you feel like your spirits, your spirit want to do. So this is exactly what you should be doing, my gorgeous Sagittarini, indeed. When it comes to the actual nutrition and things like that, you see, you are gonna need something for the sensitive bones. I can see that you're going to have a little bit of a sensitive bones, and I can also see that it is going to be just kind of like a slightly lower immune system, but especially when it comes to the actual sensitive bones, and especially when it comes to like a lower immune system, a fantastic combination of that, of course, it's going to be fantastic supplement for that is going to be the natural form of vitamin D3, at least 1000 IU. So now I came up with my own. You see, I've got my own little brand of vitamins, and these are very special. These are pretty much so like the exceptional quality vitamins, and it took me a long time to find these, and it took me like a long time to make and create these, because they're very specific. They're without absolutely any horrible ingredients, any fillers, any additives. They're without soya, they're without GMO, they're 100% natural, they're suitable for everybody, vegetarians and vegans, and this is a very, very special vitamin D supplement. When you get this, you get the right thing. You always get the best. So this is something I would highly recommend you to get, a natural vitamin D3, because it's going to help you to boost your immune system, but also when it comes to the sensitive bones and sensitive skeleton, this is like a must. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, of course you need to check with your doctor, or you need to check with your GP whether you can take this or not. The link to buy this vitamin D3 supplement is going to be in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. And another thing I'm recommending you to take also for a while would be natural zinc picolinate, which is a food supplement, of course, and it's like a basically natural and it's like a highly absorbable form of zinc. And this is also something that I would recommend you, especially when it comes to the sensitive skin, hair and nails, and also when it comes to the actual boosting your immune system. These two products you should be actually taking all the time. So this is also that I highly recommend you. So it's vitamin D3 and it's a zinc picolinate, okay? But for both supplements, if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor. You just need to check with your GP. Okay, so now my gorgeous Sagittarini, going on the very first date. Now the 2nd of July, it's gonna be a big mama. Hello my darling. On the 2nd of July, it's gonna be a big mama, because you are really pretty much so gonna get an important news here. And an important news that you are going to get, it's also like kind of going to be confirmed from and through somebody who's like a very close to you, like somebody who's very consistent to you, and almost as if you're gonna kind of need to check something. And this is going to be very strong confirmation connected to this when it comes to this important news. It's to do with like you realizing at that moment in time exactly what part of your life or what investment do you actually need to make. And this in itself, it's going to bring you so much confidence. It's going to bring you so much confidence, and it's also going to bring you so much drive, and it's going to bring a clear focus in your life, because it's all going to lead towards you realizing now it's time to be self-disciplined, but at the same time it's all about this powerful and willful direction that you are going to actually have here. And you will know that this is something that you're going to need to do so much, and it's going to be on your mind like for the next 7 days after this moment in time, indeed, because you will know that by doing this, you're not going to self-limit yourself. You're not going to self-limit your thoughts. You're not going to self-limit you're not going to self-limit yourself like when you speak. It's all about you realizing that if you do this, you're not going to be so self-restricted. So this is important, because that self-restriction also kind of made you feel a little bit insecure over the last 12 months. So now it's time to come out of it, my gorgeous Sagittarini, indeed. So this is only this is going to bring you security into your life, but also it's the beginning of a transition, suspension and change. You will know that this is all about you really kind of realizing that you want to move on with your life at this moment in time, and it's all about you realizing what came to an end, and realizing what readjustment do you need to make in terms of the actual sacrifice. This is going to be like really important for you to do, because it's going to help you to diminish anxiety, intensity. Or you need to remember to be objective. This is all about you releasing negative and frightening thoughts at the same time. Please remember this for the first part of July. It's all about you diminishing anxiety and intensity in your life. It's all about you being objective as much as you possibly can, but also it's all about you releasing negative and frightening thoughts at the same time. Very important indeed. What else I was going to recommend to you would be an absolutely mind-blowingly gorgeous emerald. This is something which is going to really increase your psychic abilities. It is going to help you so much to kind of increase psychic sensitivity, but it also helps you to bring awareness of the unknown to conscious recognition. And this, there is so much that is going to be going on in your life when it comes to July and when it comes to the actual August, and this is going to be superb because sometimes we can get so many kind of intuitive messages and we are like kind of almost like bombarded, and we kind of like lose ourselves within because we don't know which one would be kind of the most important and which one is less important. And emerald is fantastic because it helps you with your own intuition, but it also helps you to recognize exactly what intuitively you should be paying attention to. It helps you to recognize people. It helps you to recognize certain things about people that helps you out so much in order to understand who they are as well. And it's a lot of that is going to be really kind of needed in your life throughout July and August 2022. So this gorgeous emerald pendant is something that I would highly recommend you. This comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is also in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're supporting my channel as well. So thank you very much for that. The second important date, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it's going to be on the 16th of July. Now, the 16th of July, you're going to feel such a powerful motivation. You're going to feel kind of emotional, but in a good emotional. Good emotions. It's all about like kind of very strong. You're going to feel emotional, but that emotional is these emotions are going to reflect on the actual you feeling empathy for others, and that in itself is going to like kind of make you think about certain people, and then that it's certain person, it's going to kind of be sticking out in your mind, and there is someone that is going to motivate you and motivate you and motivate you so much, and that motivation is also going to help you to embrace the part of your life that you should be embracing, and then at some moment and to show certain emotions, and at that moment in time, like within the next few hours, the whole new fresh inspiration and enthusiasm, it's actually going to come out of it. But the next stage of that is 1, 2, 3, explore, my gorgeous Sagittarini, explore, my gorgeous Sagittarini. It's time. The next stage from that, it's going to be explore, and it's all about you understanding and realizing at this moment in time to start up the project. It's about a new direction which is going to become obvious, but also at the same time there's some breaking news that you're going to become aware of. And the breaking news that you're going to become aware of, on one hand, it's going to be like a green light for you. On one hand, it's going to be like a green light for you to go, but then on another hand, that's just all about you realizing that you're like kind of basically this is your own victory. There is a certain difficulty that is slowly coming to an end, and this is going to reflect on your own stability, but also you're going to find yourself here on an advanced stage of your life, because you're going to realize on the 16th of July that you are basically reaching a milestone here, and you will know what this means, and you will feel like you want to celebrate this achievement purely because it's this solid foundation that has been laid at the same time, and you can build so much upon this. So you need to open your eyes and you need to understand this. This in itself is going to bring you hope and optimism into your life, and it's just all about you kind of looking forward to what's ahead. Absolutely brilliant time, which is going to spiritually and emotionally restore you and heal you. And actually, it's in between the 16th of July and the end of that month. This is all about you kind of going forward, especially with your life, especially when it comes to your spirituality and emotions. It's all about you spiritually and emotionally kind of being restored and healed throughout this time from the 16th until the end of that month indeed. Okay, so the third important date, and before I go there, there is another thing I would like to recommend to you. Absolutely gorgeous brachiated jasper. I mean, check this baby. It's a jasper, but it's naturally contains hematite as well, naturally, and also at the same time it's called poppy jasper. Look, it's so cute though, because it looks like it's got like a little poppies, obviously, and this is something that I would recommend you because it's going to bring you peace and calm at a time of transformation. It's all about mental clarity and focus at a time when there is just so much going on as well. And it also helps you to recognize your own passion. It helps you to be more passionate. You know, your passion can be so powerful. Your passion can heal you. Your passion can heal people around you. Your passion can help you to find yourself. Your passion can help you to find your way in life. Again, please do this, please get this and wear this throughout July, August and September. Every single time when you feel passionate to do something, every single time when you're like creative, every single time when you want to achieve the best, you know, this is not only going to increase your awareness around you, but it's also at the same time going to really kind of bring you the necessary idea that are going to surprise you as well. But you will feel very strongly, you know, that this is something that you should be doing and you should be going for it. This comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is again in the description below, my gorgeous Sagittarini. The third important date is going to be on the 25th of July. So the 25th of July is like, oh God, you know, this is going to be a bit of a dark lala-ish moment. A dark lala, a bit of an unpleasant memories are going to be keep on coming back, you know, and it's to do with your past, something that happened a long time ago, long time ago. So it's something very deep, and this is going to be keep on coming back until you work on this part of your life. You need to do a bit of a shadow work, I'm afraid, okay? So this is very important, you know, it's an unpleasant memories that are gonna come to you on the 25th of July, and you need to revisit this, you know, in the past to actually heal yourself. This is important because that part of your life, it's still making you to cling to it, and it's going to, you're kind of clinging to it, but now it's giving you the opportunity to actually do something about it, because that part of your life, it's gonna be making you weak and tired, you know, and it's just going to kind of like really make a recovery when it comes to your healing kind of even more difficult until you actually kind of revisit this, and it's almost like a dominating, like a very big part of you. So my gorgeous Sagittarini, you need to work out and you need to see what this is, because it's dominating you a lot, and especially when it comes to the last 8 months, you know, believe me or not, sometimes there's certain things that are really affecting our way of thinking now when we are making decisions, you know, and this is all kind of like a pretty much like the part of the big picture, and it's very complex, you know, so it's really kind of something that you should work on. On another hand, you know, when it comes to the actual the idea, you know, the 25th of July, that idea that I mentioned before, you know, new direction idea, this is like also a kind of it on the 25th of July. It's going to be an important stage when it comes to that, because it's all about you realizing exactly how connected all this was, and all you need to do is to be responsible and reliable and be persistent and be patient. Okay, so the idea that I mentioned before, now on the 25th of July, it's going to be highlighted again. So you need to understand this, because it's almost like you're gonna have a bit of a doubt here, but then suddenly, you know, something is gonna come to you, and then this is going to boost your energy so much, and it's going to make you aware of the fact that, you know, you are able to conclude a certain task, and after that moment in time, you're gonna need to work on the organization, but you're gonna work it out really quickly that it's all about you being persistent. You know, now it's time. You are and that your own persistence, it's actually going to really kind of, through you being persistent at the same time, it's not only about the ideas and things like that, no baby, no, but through you being persistent, you are creating also like a very powerful and very unique energy, and through that you're actually going to develop, and you're going to have a really clear plan here, and you're going to be wondering, am I ready to go or not? So you have to understand that now it's time to choose to move forward. And you also need to remember, it's time to live your comfort zone. It is time to leave your comfort zone. Please remember this, my gorgeous Sagittarini. It's important. And on the 25th of July, it's going to be important even more. So now, my gorgeous Sagittarini, I'm just going to say briefly what is going to happen in the first part of July, mid and the last part of July. The first part of July, you know, you are going to have some mind-blowing epiphanies that are going to lead to absolutely magical opportunities. And there's going to be certain plans on your mind, and you need to understand that whichever plan comes to your mind, they are going to work out perfectly, because it's happening at the time of July, at the month of July. Number 7, very spiritual, very powerful, especially when it comes to epiphanies and things like that. The mid part of July, try to kind of meditate as much as you can, okay? Because there is going to be some wisdom that you're going to receive through the actual meditation, or when you're just relaxing, you're maybe like sleeping, and then you wake up in the morning, it's going to come to you, you know, like that, this first minute or two. Or you're like kind of chilling out, like you're sitting down, you're relaxing, and then suddenly something comes to you. But it's going to come to that state, and through that state of like kind of relaxation, when we are really powerful, when we start drifting somewhere else. This can also be made, you can also do this in the forest, or you can do this while you're meditating as well. The third part of July, you know, you must not think negatively, because your energy will be very strong and it will be very powerful. And don't block yourself, don't slow yourself down, my gorgeous Sagittarini, at the end of July. So negative thoughts are going to manifest into real challenges, okay? So remember to think positively, okay, no matter what is going on. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Sagittarini, I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you in relationship. Listen, this is important. You are kind of going to, you are going to be facing the problem at around the 15th of July specifically, or from the 15th of July onwards. The couples are going to be facing a big problem, huge problem, massive problem, and you need to get this right. And in order to get this problem right, the answer to this problem is your own practicality. Okay, it's your own practical knowledge is the answer to that challenge, to that situation that you're going to be facing. Okay, so when you find this situation, for the couples, this is important to remember. And even if it doesn't make sense to you now, it is going to make sense later on when you're when the couples are facing problem at around the 15th of July. It's all about you understanding that the answer to that problem is your own practical knowledge, and you get this right. And this is going to be followed with an important negotiation. And this negotiation is going to change your life. And this negotiation is going to, this negotiation is going to happen within the next 3 days after that moment in time. Okay, for those of you who are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Sagittarini, this is a very kind of like a really interesting news. You are gonna feel a very kind of like a powerful respect for knowledge. You're gonna feel a very strong desire to kind of learn something new, to learn some new ideas. But it's gonna happen at a time when you kind of like really receive a quite important news as well, which is going to make you aware of certain things, but it's also going to open your eyes. But the key here is when you become aware very strongly of this moment in your life, and it's going to happen at around the 25th of July again. At around the 25th of July, deep concentration and application. It's all about the actual respect for knowledge, desire to learn kind of new ideas. You know, this is all going to be obvious, trust me. At that moment in time, something really important is going to happen, not only when it comes to you having like a pretty much like a hopeful outlook, you know, and new alliances. You know, there is some kind of like not just any new alliances, but at that moment in time, this is the time, this is the moment to know that that particular situation is also bringing somebody very special into your life. Not only like few people, few special people, but one of them, naughty Sagittarini, few of them. No, I'm joking. Just few people, few special people are going to walk into your life after that moment in time, but one of them is going to be a hello, my darling, stranger in the night. One of them is going to be somebody very special. They're not going to make themselves known again in July, but August and September are looking rather delicious when this person makes themselves known. Okay, my go-to Sagittarini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light to every single one of you, my go-to Sagittarini. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.